Hello there. Welcome to Blitz Transmissions. This is the Blitzcast, episode 31. I'm Tommy. And before we get into the content of today's episode, all the housekeeping stuff as usual. You can check out the laundry list of links in the description of this podcast episode, whether you're watching on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, wherever else. If you're not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, be sure to do so because I have awesome Star Wars content coming out all the time. You could also, if you're an ARC Trooper in my Patreon, you'll probably have seen this early. If you'd like access to early content, monthly giveaways, which the ARC Troopers are picking which item of a pool of items I've posted to them they would like for the next Patreon giveaway, the first of every month, as well as other awesome benefits. You can check out the link to the Patreon in the description below. In addition to that, if you're just a fan of the reviews or you still just want to support the channel in an above and beyond way, you could just check out my channel membership, Rancor Battalion, 99 cents a month. Gives you access to early reviews, and you get to vote, if I have a pool of items to pick from, on what I review next for the channel. That link is in the description below, as well as, if you'd like, some swag, some Blitz Transmission swag. Like, we got a trucker hat over here off to the side. Behind the camera, I have the pint glass. I have coffee mugs, hoodies, t-shirts, doggy bandanas, all kinds of stuff. You can check out the link to the Blitz Transmissions Armory on Printify in the description below. And you can check out links to my Discord, Instagram, Blitz Bounty's Instagram, X, TikTok, you name it. I'm everywhere, guys. I'm everywhere. We're already over 1,100 subscribers now. As of recording this, I'm at 1,126. Or maybe pick up a couple more before this podcast comes out. Back by popular demand. You guys liked him so much, I had to bring him back twice. We had enough room in the budget to have him on again. It's Commander Bly, everybody.
First.
Again. First 2 weeks in a row. We had you on episode 30. It was a smash hit. Honestly, it's probably one of the best performing podcast episodes I've ever had.
Let me, thank you. Let me drop a little bit of lore on First.
Yeah.
Some folks may not understand, but I was first before there was First. No one may come to First except through me. I am inevitable. Okay.
Facts.
Yes.
And also, we do have a Cody in the room as well, so hopefully
Cody.
He doesn't...
Well, he's perked up right away.
He really...
need to do that.
He really loves my dad.
He really wants to play.
Yeah,
so... you have to hold off.
If the camera gets knocked over again, you know why. I was literally getting shared clips on Discord and Instagram of our podcast episode. People were telling me they were in tears watching you on last week's episode.
I thought you meant about Cody knocking the...
No, just in general, like just different clips of you on the episode. People loved it. So, you know, of course I had to bring him back. He gets the clicks, you know. I'm
based.
All I care about is clickbaiting here on the channel. I'm not genuine enough for anything else. So,
right.
What's new? What's going on? How's your week been? I guess I should ask.
A week's been fine.
How about you tell me about every waking moment of your week? Tell me only the mundane and boring parts of your week, because that's what everybody really wants to hear.
Yeah. You know, I tend to breathe and I blink quite a bit. The heart beats. You know, a little bit faster when I see Tales of the Underworld trailers drop out of nowhere. You know, the absolute fire.
Yeah. Hot fire.
And then we got this weekend. You know what this weekend is, right? Chicken Jackie.
Is it really?
Flint and steel.
The nether.
Water bucket, release!
This is a crafting table.
Yeah, that money, the money's about to pour in like a water bucket. For that movie. I mean, it doesn't even matter. It can be garbage. It can be mid, whatever. But it's about to make a lot of money.
I think it is. Just off the memes. Just off the memes.
Yes.
I think people are going to...
Yes.
I saw a bunch of people go to an early screening last night. Literally like 50 plus dudes all dressed as Steve. They all had on the Jack Black Steve costume.
So, the Jack Black Steve. So, I actually built a Steve. I've built several costumes, not just Star Wars costumes, but I actually built a life-size Steve costume for myself for one Halloween. Man, I wish I still had that thing.
I had one too.
You did, yeah.
I did have one, yeah. So other than that, anything else noteworthy that you wanted to bring up here? Any Star Wars things you wanted to bring up before we get into our main squeeze this week?
Nothing I can think of off the top of my head, but I'm sure that if it comes to me, I'll just unceremoniously interrupt.
So this week we had a huge. Honestly, this was a shock to me. Yeah. I did not.
It was a shock tea.
No one that
it was with the proper shock tea though.
Force Unleashed.
Force Unleashed. Anyway, yes, it was an unleashed shock tea, is what we're trying to say.
Somebody buy me that $3,000 statue.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. I can't tell you what I'm going to do with it. But somebody buy me that statue.
Why does he keep slapping something in the room?
Shock tea. Don't fart unless I tell you to. Have I sent you one of those videos?
You have not.
There's a dude online that has a Harley Quinn statue, and he constantly makes videos of himself talking to the statue, getting mad at Harley because she's farting without his permission. Yeah, I don't think it's ironic either. Like I think it's real. Anyways, so
thank you for that. I'm a better person.
There's your brain rot for today.
Yeah.
That's like deep cut brain rot.
Okay,
it's like bottom of the iceberg. Yeah. Brain rot. Anyway, we're talking about Tales of the Underworld. Yeah. So no one that I knew,
or as Max Rebo experienced, shout out Max, Tales of the Underwear.
Tales of the Underwear.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway.
Under there.
Underwear.
Under there.
Oh.
This I don't know anybody that knew this trailer was coming out. Like I didn't see anybody teasing that this was coming or rumor milling.
Time to apologize. As I mentioned in the last pod, Mr. Filoni and I are close personal friends.
Right. Yeah.
Right. We have actually a Signal account together. Just the two of us.
Yeah.
And now that it has come out, he did let me know that it was dropping. So I was already ready.
You knew.
I will say though, to be fair, he did not send me the trailer first.
Oh.
He just let me know here's what time it's dropping.
So you knew first. You just didn't.
Well, I mean, I'm always first.
Right.
I've always been first.
Before there was.
And I will always be first. Yes.
Darth Moocher, I know you're watching.
That's right.
Just know.
Shout out Darth Moocher.
That's how we know. Shout out Sarlacc Digest.
Shout out Sarlacc.
Shout out Shadow Nose Network as well. With that awesome new action figure line.
Yeah.
Looks pretty sick. I'm excited to see the finished product in hand. Anyways, trailer came out. Trailer was baller. That's all I gotta say. I actually was so excited about it. I had to sit down and just make a little 5-minute video gushing about it.
Yeah.
The other day, if you want to check out, that was like my initial that was literally I watched the trailer and immediately set up the camera. Watched like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
Set up the camera and talked about it real quick.
Years ago, I used to every time a trailer would come out, I would be the dude going literally frame by frame. But lately, like when Star Wars comes out now, I feel like I don't want to spoil it for myself by going frame by frame. I don't avoid people might be talking about, hey, this or that, and here's a freeze frame, whatever. I don't avoid that, but I don't go looking myself to try to find all the connections and discover what the I actually
Is it because you're worried you'll be disappointed, or because you feel like Star Wars is like kind of watered down right now?
No, not at all. Actually, the opposite direction. I want to be. I want to let the story unfold. I don't want to tease myself.
Right.
Or actually, I don't want to set expectations of, I saw this in the trailer, so it must connect to this, which must connect to that.
Right.
And then when I watch a story, I think a lot of people do this. They watch a story and it didn't play out to their expectations.
Yeah.
And now they don't like it because they set themselves up for failure.
That's kind of funny because I brought this up in my video the other day, but I was like, that's how I was with Tales of the Empire. I thought the show was mid, and I think most people agree that the show was mid. But I think a big part of that were my expectations. We've been talking for over a decade about what happened to Barriss Offee after season 5 of the Clone Wars. We never got to see on screen anything past that point that happened with her character, and I think we all built it up in our heads. I think we wanted to see more of her as an Inquisitor, and we ended up just seeing her as an Inquisitor for literally like 3 minutes.
For me, I didn't like Tales of the Empire because it just sucked. I mean, I didn't have any
spit.
Yeah, spit. I didn't go into it. Just sucked. I didn't go into it with any kind of expectations. I was just, I wasn't wanting for anything specific from the show, but just watching it, I was like, and when I was done watching it, I just felt nothing.
It was mid.
You know, it was. It was just mid.
I remember Jen.
It was a miss.
Jen and I watched the whole thing, and over the summer last year, and we were like, that was just boring. That was just I remember saying it was a nothing burger. That was
yes.
It was nothing.
Yes.
Like, I mean, I know, again, Sarlacc Digest guys bring up, like, where was the Empire in Tales of the Empire? Instead, we got some lame-ass Barrisophie redemption arc with the fourth sister from Obi-Wan Kenobi. And her real name is Lynn. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
And then, like, Morgan Elsbeth had cool story beats, but I guess I just don't care enough about her to, like, really care.
I would care much about this. Like, what is the origin story of Lobot?
Yeah, right.
I'd be more interested in that.
Let me see a story about Moma.
Yeah, right.
Moma Nadan.
Right, you know.
Anyway.
Dr. Evazan.
Yeah.
And Ponda Baba that originally showed up in Rogue One, and then they special editioned them into Star Wars 77.
How did they get the death sentence on 12 systems?
That's right.
Why must you watch yourself?
Right. I mean, you're wanted men. We're wanted men.
You'll be careful. You'll be dead. I want to know why.
Yeah.
What makes this guy so bad? Anyway.
No blasters. No blasters.
I think I'm trying to be limiting in my own expectations of Tales of the Underworld, but how can you not get excited about Cad Bane and Asajj Ventress being the two characters that are getting a focus in this series?
Oh my god, I just recently, somebody was talking about Cad Bane being like uninteresting and a boring character, and
was it 212 Hunter? 212 Hunter told me he doesn't like Cad Bane the other day.
My internet.
I know Hunter's watching right now, and I know he's sitting here. He's probably on the work site or the job site right now, going, "Breathe."
212 Tambor.
212
Tambor. Anyway, yeah, but no, yeah, Cad Bane and Asajj. Those are characters that I am interested in seeing, and not only just a little bit that they put in the trailer looks great. I'm really interested in that.
Somehow they keep making the animation look more polished.
Oh my god, I wanted to say that. So just right before the show, I watched the trailer one more time, and I'm just trying to focus and watch the trailer, and the visuals are amazing.
Amazing, yeah.
I mean, the depth, like they have... you could do it's like there's a depth perception, so things in the background are a little hazy, you know what I mean, like out of focus, if you will. I mean it looks wonderful.
Dope fire. With this trailer, I'm trying to limit my expectations, but it's just so hard to. How could you not get excited? May 4th it comes out. 6 short episodes, probably 9 to 12 minutes, just like we saw in Tales of the Jedi and Tales of the Empire. Asajj's story seems to be, as far as what we've seen, now we could get some surprises, but Asajj's story, I'm thinking, is going to be... He's sleeping now.
Oh, great.
Yeah, good boy.
Now you woke him up.
Yeah, I'll go right back to sleep. Asajj's story seems to be focused after, I'm assuming before Bad Batch, but after Clone Wars, after Dark Disciple, where she dies. Spoiler.
I mean, she has hair.
She has hair.
So that's after that.
Yeah, and she's with some sort of, maybe not a Padawan or apprentice, but some sort of pupil, who there is a theory that this is Jedi Padawan Petro from the Jedi Younglings arc in the Clone Wars. He was a human Jedi Padawan that was with Gungi and all those others.
Yeah, went to Ilum.
Yeah. People actually decrypted that his lightsaber in the lightsaber hilt in the trailer looks to be almost identical, if not identical, to the one that we see in Clone Wars. So that would be super cool.
Yeah.
And that would be really neat to see that 2 of that group of characters actually lived past Order 66.
Mm-hmm. I saw that Hal Runner base said that there was some talk about possibly that Padawan beating the child of Quinlan and Asajj, and I was like, nah.
He wouldn't be that old.
Nah.
Wouldn't be that. As far as Cad Bane, I mean, do you have anything to say on Ventress other than, I mean, she fights an Inquisitor, which that Inquisitor looks sick too.
How about like speaking of the Inquisitor, like when the Inquisitor they showed like the bottom of a tattered cloak.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just the way it moves and all that. Yeah. I don't know. Inquisitors are a dime a dozen and basically just cannon fodder, but they're cool looking for a few minutes before they die.
Cool looking. Yeah. They're like just like your Glups, basically. They're Sith Glups. Yeah. Yeah.
They're a low level boss. Basically.
Yeah.
You just clear easily without
like a mini boss.
Yeah, mini boss. Yeah.
Like Ninth Sister. In Jedi Survivor, she's the first boss you fight in the first mission. You literally chop her head off in the first mission.
But people want that action figure.
Oh, I would love, because she's huge. Yeah. She's the same species as Grumgar.
Yeah,
from Force Awakens. Yeah, she'd be awesome. Anyway,
right?
I'm a gooner for Ninth Sister. Yeah. Anyway, Cad Bane though.
Origin story of Cad Bane?
Origin story of Cad Bane.
Part of his... It looks like just his character origin story. Yeah. That's what we're going to get.
Yeah. I'm
no tubes, young, maybe as what? An adolescent, maybe they show him?
I'm thinking maybe like my age even.
Yeah.
Like 20s,
a toddler.
Like early to mid 20s. Yeah.
Yeah.
Goo gaga.
Yeah, right, right.
Mm-hmm. Super. He is some sort of best friend that kind of maybe betrayed him or screwed him over at one point. That's the green one.
Yeah, maybe.
They seem to have been like maybe
like, a love interest.
That's it. I'm out. See you guys.
Maybe a love interest.
No, definitely not.
I mean, it's 2025. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying.
We don't need that for Cad Bane.
Just give us good story.
He's a tragic villain. Oh my god.
Anyway, I'm interested. I'm in.
Same. I
want to know about that. Do you think there'll be any Boba appearance or talk?
I do. I think Boba will definitely. Honestly, they might even just take that one episode that was an unfinished Clone Wars.
Yeah, the animatics that they did.
I think
with a standoff.
I think that might be
Boba
in the show
and Cad,
because. On the poster, you see Heising, which is the droid, the bounty droid that's with Boba. Now, there's connections here everywhere because we know that Boba and Cad Bane have a connection, but we also know that Asajj hung out with Boba and his group of bounty hunters.
Right.
And on the poster, 2 of the members of that group are on the poster, which is that she's almost like Poison Ivy. I forget her name, but she's like pink and she has those like metal, almost like vines that she throws out. She's an alien. She has like pigtails. Yeah. I forget her name. She's on the poster, very small, and so is Heising, which is the droid. So seeing the 2 of them being 2 minor members of Boba's band of bounty hunters around this time, make me think that it will definitely. There will be a Boba Fett appearance of some kind. And I think, though, that, honestly, they might even use that as a precursor to then the next one would be Tales of the Bounty Hunters. You could do Tales of the Bounty Hunters, like, you could do just a whole series. You could.
I mean, why haven't we, I mean, even like... the OT bounty hunters, just the lineup. I mean, there were so many comics and books and everything. There's been so much of literally Tales of the Bounty Hunters. Yeah. You know what I mean? But a show. Who would not want that?
People who don't like original trilogy, apparently.
OT trash.
OT trash. No, I'd be so down for a show about the bounty hunters, though.
Yeah.
Doesn't in Shadows of the Empire, is it Boba that kills IG-88? Isn't that a thing? Doesn't IG-88
IG-88 definitely dies in
that book.
Shadows, and then they explain that the IG unit that you see in Cloud City, where Chewie grabs the parts of C-3PO, in the corner you can see an IG droid that's supposed to be, they basically retconned that's IG-88 dead in there. He's in the background.
In Return of the Jedi?
No, I'm sorry. Did I say Return of the Jedi?
No, you said Empire.
Empire, Star Wars 80.
But Shadows happens after Empire.
Maybe. Okay, maybe it was a different IG-89 or something.
Some
like
bullshit.
Yeah, because he's lighter colored. I think it's
Star Wars.
It's been a while since I read that. Yeah. It's all been erased anyway.
All right,
Legends
let me say. I'm just gonna spit real quick here. I know everybody loves to glaze Shadows of the Empire. It's just not that good in my opinion. I just don't find it to be. I gotta go with Scott Solo from Sarlacc Digest on this one. That book is not it. I'm gonna be honest.
It's not great.
It's not.
I read it. It was okay.
Now, if you're nostalgic for the game and stuff like that, I totally get that. Yeah. You know, but like a lot of I think it's funny because a lot of people like my age or like in their late 20s are like, oh yeah, like Shadows of the Empire. I'm such a cool like edgy guy. I know what that is. I'm like,
I know the deep cut.
Yeah, bro, it's not that good.
It's
like if it came out today, all you guys would be like, oh, it's mid, so mid. Like,
it's not. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, it's got its ups and downs. Like so does every Star Wars. I'm a prequel trilogy fan. Like I can't, I can only say so much.
Right. You're already starting behind.
Yeah. So again, May 4th, all 6 short episodes dropping all at once on May 4th. This will be crazy because this will be in the midst of Andor still coming out. Which will be very exciting.
Andor still coming out. Revenge of the Sith may still even be in the theaters at that time.
I think so. Yeah,
because end of April, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We'll see how that plays out.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Star. We are so back. Star Wars is back, baby. Yeah. No, I feel like it's like there's a lot of excitement in Star Wars right now. I'll probably do a bonus Blitzcast episode just talking about Tales of the Underworld because I kind of don't want to do an episode where I'm talking about like almost 2 hours worth of Andor content and then also covering the entirety of Tales of the Underworld. Yeah. Yeah. Sleepyhead over here. Just woke up. He's like, where am I? Yeah. So, I guess do you have anything else you want to say on this?
I just hope that there are less suits fingers
in this one as there were in Empire.
You could clearly see where there was a story and then the story was tampered with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Was muddled with. I just hope that the suits are learning the lesson. It's taking them a long time. Suits are possibly learning the lesson to let the creators create.
How can
stay out of the way?
How can your whole job be trying to maximize profits and you just are consistently so awful?
Well, that's easy
at it because you're not creative.
Money. Yeah. Well, okay. Maximize profits, yes, but you're right. It's eventually even that gets boring.
Yeah.
And then you want to feel like, well, I want to go to whatever function. I want to go to the function and be able to say that, due to my intellectual, how do you say, offerings, advice, my direction, as the inspirational, powerful leader, which I clearly am. Just look at my checkbook.
Yeah.
Well, does anyone even have a checkbook anymore? Just look at my account.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm the smartest man in the room. And not only am I smart with money, business, and leadership, but I'm also a creative as well.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
I'm, it's like the extra drop of super fancy to be a corporate billionaire and also an artistic creative.
Yes, of course. Cringe.
Yeah.
Speaking of cringe, the latest Star Wars actor drama has hit the scene in the Star Wars fandom. Your grifters are taking it too far in one direction. Your wokies are taking it too far in the other direction. We're here in the middle. Like the Bendu.
Trying to make sense.
Trying to make sense of it all and break it down for you guys.
Yeah.
Just know that anything that we discuss that has to do with actors and their opinions has to do with our personal opinions as well. We're not trying to tell you how to think. I shouldn't even have to say that, but I know there's going to be some dumbass that wants to comment telling, oh, don't tell me how to think about this. I'm telling you how I think about it. And if you want to cry about it, go cry about it on X or Blue Sky or whatever dumbass.
And start your own podcast and talk about your opinions then.
Yeah.
I
almost made a joke I shouldn't make. Anyway. Numbers in your podcast, fellas.
These are all Cody's opinions.
Yeah.
Cody, yeah.
Hello,
These are all Cody's opinions.
Oh, the nose made the camera.
Yes, it did.
John Boyega, now I read this from Variety. I'm sure it's been on all the news paper chain by now, but we read this article from Variety. John Boyega, who played Finn in all three of the sequel trilogy films, has come out and made a statement. Was this a Variety interview, or was it like just a statement that they were reporting on? I don't remember.
I don't think it was a Variety interview.
No.
He was on. He may have even been on a podcast.
Yeah,
or an interview show, something like that.
So John Boyega,
they weren't even talking about Star Wars. He brought it up.
Yeah. So I'm gonna pull this up.
Yeah, from what I understand.
Shout out to Skywalker Hendricks. I'm watching his review of the Hot Toys Artisan Anakin.
The only rooted hairs are the ones
coming out of my... What channel did you send this in? Do you remember? Was it the Mess Hall?
No, it would have been HoloNet.
No, I checked.
You sure?
Yeah, it was not in there. Maybe it was
Star Wars discussion.
Somewhere in there. No.
Just go to. I found it on Jedi News. Shout out Jedi News.
Okay. Well, you know what? I could just look it up myself. What am I doing?
Yeah. Idiot. Dumb mother.
Dumb mother. Let's see. Yeah, Variety.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so...
It was an interview with them, or they're reporting on it?
John Boyega, let's see. An interview as part of the new Apple TV original documentary... Number one on the call sheet. Black men leading in Hollywood. Okay, so the context of this is
already to start.
Yes, we're talking. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so it wasn't. So already we have context. For this.
Right. Context.
Context. No, let's be the biggest YouTube channel for Star Wars content. Let's make a video and just say, give no context, read the quote, and then talk about how stupid John Boyega is, and then get our fan base all fired up, and then turn around and say, "Well, I don't know what you're talking about."
That seems like a positive way to address a serious issue.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
that seems like an open-minded, nuanced conversation.
Yeah. So this is what John Boyega has to say. This is a direct quote. Again, you can look up the article yourself. Again, this is in the context of talking about black men in Hollywood. Is the broad topic of this interview. John Boyega says, quote, "Let me tell you, Star Wars always had the vibe of being in the most whitest elite space. It's a franchise that's so white that a black person existing in it was something. You can always tell it's something when Star Wars fans try to say, well, we had Lando Calrissian and Samuel L. Jackson. It's like telling me how many cookie chips are in the cookie dough. It's like they just scattered that in there, bro. And then he continues on to say, they're okay with us playing the best friend, but once we touch their heroes, once we lead, once we trailblaze, it's like, oh my god, it's just a bit too much. They're pandering. And he said that being cast in the movies was a, quote, fundamental moment in his career. I'm going to see if there's anything else. Okay. Continues on to say, quote, you guys knew what to do with Daisy Ridley. You knew what to do with Adam Driver. But when it came to Kelly Marie Tran, when it came to John Boyega, fuck all. So what do you want me to say? What they want you to say is, I enjoyed being part of it. It was a great experience. Nah. I'll take that deal when it's a great experience. They gave all the nuance to Adam Driver, all the nuance to Daisy Ridley. Let's be honest, Daisy knows this, Adam knows this, everyone knows. I'm not exposing anything. And again, all of that last couple quotes I read were not included in some other big YouTubers' videos. Everybody is just focusing on the first little bit, which I feel like most of us would if you only heard the first little bit, you would, kind of take a step back, you disagree with it. Yeah.
Like, whoa. Right away your defenses go up, like you go into defense mode. Like, I wasn't a part of all of this. What's going on?
Definitely, he's talking about multiple sides of the issue here. Rather than just being a good little boy and saying the things that we agree with, Right. He's sharing his personal opinions, again, in the context of a conversation talking about black men in Hollywood. Yeah. It's been known. John Boyega came out a couple of years ago now. There was a whole thing, was it with GQ or something like that, where John Boyega talked about how he was sidelined because Disney is literally panders to the People's Republic of China. Yeah. And
they had to make the Chinese money.
They did it with
the box office.
They did it with Black Panther. Yeah, they did it just recently with Anthony Mackie's Captain America film. What is it called? Brave New World?
Yeah, whatever.
Where he, on the Chinese posters, he has his helmet on, but he's allowed to have his helmet off in all the other posters around the world. And so why because China is a huge market of money for Disney. That's what it is.
It's just money, and I just mentioned the suits and the bean. I didn't mention the bean counters earlier, but this is the suits trust no one more than the bean counters and the lawyers. Yep. So they're not going to, if they're going to make change. It's like with what was the Marvel? Was it? I'm waffling. The Doctor Strange's it was Doctor Strange. The movie Doctor Strange, the first one. His mentor, his teacher,
Master Mordo. Is that who you're talking about? No, I've never seen the movie. I've never seen the movie. No,
the bald white woman.
Oh, the Sorcerer Supreme.
The Sorcerer Supreme.
Yeah.
So in the comics, the Sorcerer Supreme is Tibetan.
Okay.
Man.
Yeah.
They changed to a white woman because the Chinese audiences, the box office, China,
Tibetans,
they wouldn't allow that, so they literally changed. And this is the same thing. Either John Boyega doesn't know, he doesn't remember, or maybe he was just going off. Maybe he was just talking while he thought and didn't think of this part, but you can't remove that piece of the story. You can't say, China, and I wouldn't even say the Chinese audience. China does not want a black male lead.
Yep.
Period.
It's the truth.
You're not going to make as much money if you do that.
And it's like John Boyega says in the quotes. He's not exposing anything by saying that. Yeah. We all know it. It's been a thing. We all know. The problem is that there are people who purposefully omitted that from their videos on YouTube covering this article. Because I'll be honest, that was how I first found out about it before you even sent me the article. on my Discord was I saw people posting videos, and it's your usual clickbaiting grifters. So I'm like, okay, immediately I'm like, there's got to be more to this. I guess I'll just dive right in and unpack the thing that I disagree with what he said. Again, we can say all the happy, warm, fuzzy bullshit like, oh, it's your truth and speak your truth and whatever. Okay, like I'm speaking my truth right now. So it's my podcast. I don't really care if you want to have an opinion about it, whatever. My issue is absolutely yes. There are in the Star Wars fandom people who do not like black actors cast in lead in support and even in supporting roles. That's a thing. I've acknowledged it. What I disagree with is the whole like the kind of calling out the we have Lando Calrissian, we have Mace Windu argument. I think that John is misunderstanding what Star Wars fans mean when we say that. I think a lot of Star Wars fans take issue with how Finn was written, whereas Lando and Mace Windu are written very well in the movies that they're in, and they are very intriguing characters. They're very likable maybe not Mace Windu as much, but very likable characters.
Shame on you.
I love Mace Windu. I know a lot of people who think he's an asshole.
Yeah,
but,
you're stupid. Anyway.
That's kind of where I'm coming from. Is I think maybe John hears that and he thinks that it's people trying to say, like, oh, well, there are black characters.
It's like saying, I'm not racist, I have a black friend.
Yeah, whereas I think that that's how everyone I know talks about it when they say we have Lando Calrissian, we have Mace Windu. Yeah, we have black men in Star Wars that are written extremely well and are very compelling and intriguing and engaging characters. And unfortunately, again, because of the China thing, Finn got sidelined and was unfortunately not a well-written character by the end of the trilogy.
He was unwritten.
He
had a plan. He had a character arc, and it was undone, and he was sidelined for the money. Now, and you just made me think of something, and I hope I didn't lose that thought, but like well-written, well-developed, well-acted characters. No one cares what the human being looks like.
Yep.
Okay? Mm-hmm. No one said when Aliens came out, or Alien, I like Aliens more, but anyway. No one said, oh, God, a woman. No, Sigourney Weaver played Ripley so well that it was never even a consideration. Yeah. Same thing with, like, no one says, oh, that black guy in Empire Strikes Back, or that black Jedi in the prequels. No, they say Lando Calrissian. They say Mace Windu, which happens to be my personal favorite Star Wars character of all. And, if you don't like that, fight me. Anyway, yeah, like, it doesn't matter. You're right. There are always going to be pieces of crap that have L takes and and now with social media, those people they have a voice.
People that shouldn't have voices have voices. Yeah.
Well, have your voice.
Yeah.
But also then, no and. But the point is that, and then the algorithms encourage said cringe behavior
because it brings more engagement.
It does. Yeah. But like when I'm listening, when I was reading what John said, I was thinking, your focus determines your reality. That should be a Star Wars quote. They should probably write that in.
They should. In a movie.
As soon as we're done here, remind me to call Dave.
Right.
And just let him know. Your focus determines.
I'll write
reality.
that down real quick. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you if you want to look at, if you want to find, and then the algorithm maybe starts even feeding you.
Yeah.
all of the grifter takes and racist takes and hater takes and all that. Oh, they are there aplenty. Mm-hmm. You will have an endless supply of outrage for yourself.
Definitely.
But I think, well, John, maybe you're looking at the wrong. Maybe you're focusing a little bit too much on those bad negative L takes that nobody I know or have ever met actually has.
Someone who genuinely is passionate about Star Wars and is passionate about the fandom and the franchise isn't going to have those L takes, like you said. That's the reality. And I think what sucks is that, like you said, that's what gets the spotlight now. Because that's what gets the clicks. Because stupid people love to see the drama.
Dumb
motherfucker. Love to see the drama. Shout out Zooboy. They love to see the drama. They love to see the back and forth. And I also hate this stupid little pedestal that some content creators put themselves on, where they're like, I speak for the fans. Okay, Lorax. Okay, dude.
Could you imagine claiming yourself as the voice of fandom for anything? How
shut up.
Cringe.
Shut up, dude. Get your head out of your ass.
And bro needs to look in the mirror a little bit longer. You know what I mean?
It's like White Knight complex for nerds, dude. For nerd. Like, come on, man. Yeah. Get over yourself. Anyway, again, I always say it all the time. I'm just a dude. You're just a dude. We love this franchise, and we're sharing our personal opinions to have a conversation with other people on an online space.
To be fair, we are Sigma dudes with plus 1,000 aura.
Honestly, based, I gotta give that one to Bly. Bly spitting. Honestly, based. So I guess like in conclusion on this whole topic, I have always and always will agree that it's stupid, and I've already slipped a couple times this episode. It's stupid and bullshit, and there's no way around it that China and the suits get to have so much say over the creative liberties of a Star Wars story. I hate it. I hate it in any franchise. And the fact that I think that's what's most frustrating to me, is that we get so caught up in the American social issue part of it that doesn't even exist half the time, that we're not turning and looking at the real bad guy here, which is corporate America and China. Those are the two biggest problems with the Star Wars franchise right now.
Even if, like, you could say, like you said, bad guy specifically, but it's almost like they're devoid of good or bad. They're just chasing money.
Yeah.
It's just about money. It's a money decision. Mm-hmm. And that's what I think. I feel bad for John. He got punked. His character was diminished and basically just washed out,
over the course of the trilogy.
Over money. Mm-hmm. It was just money. And as we said, there are all those other components with groups, with individuals, whatever. But you can't have, I don't think that conversation can be had without talking about those money-based decisions.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are our thoughts. I mean, do you have anything else that you wanted to add? I feel like I've spoken my piece on it.
No, that's... I think that's it for that issue.
Yeah.
That's
kind of where I'm at with it too. Let us know what you guys think on this whole situation. Again, I think if I were to summarize my thoughts, it would come down to, I agree with the second half of what John Boyega said. I don't think I fully agree with the first half of what he said, based on, I think there's some miscommunication on what people mean when they say we have Lando Calrissian, we have Mace Windu.
They're not token characters. They're just characters. They're integral, necessary characters in the story. They weren't just not what today's Hollywood does, which is force feed you. Look at this very important character who represents this very important issue. See? No, it wasn't that at all. But
what's funny is it's like it's now it's more of a thing. Like, do people not see that the token character is more of a thing now than ever? Because like now we're
it's blatant.
Now we're like pretending. Now we pretend that it's like for the sake of diversity and the sake of inclusion. No, it's not. It's because the corporations want to make money and they're pretending they're doing it for warm and fuzzy reasons. That's what gets me.
Dumb mother. Like how stupid are people? It's like when the entertainment corporations thought, we have this fan base. This fan base will remain no matter what we do, and there's this other potential market that we can add to our profits if we just draw in this other. But what had happened was the fan base started getting tired of being force-fed. This is how you must think. This is the proper way for you to live your life and for you to think. And also, if you didn't like what we made, which was force-feeding you, you're the problem.
Yes.
And then people stopped consuming said force-fed, shoehorned agenda issues in entertainment. And it seems like, thankfully, things may be leveling out a little bit more.
We're starting to maybe care more about the story
and
again.
Character development.
It's almost like that's what worked all... Weird. It's almost like that's what worked all along, and then we destroyed it for no reason.
For what? For money. Because the assumption was made... That's kind of like with... the Disney Hotel and even like Galaxy's Edge. The assumption was made that these idiots will pay any price.
For any slop.
Thousands.
For the slop.
Let's just give them Star Wars slop. These idiots will buy it all. And we'll be rich.
Consume product. Move on to next product. Consume.
How'd that work out for you?
Same thing with action figures, dude. I say it all the time. My friends and I all echo the same sentiment. You were trying to make action figures for people that don't buy action figures. You are inviting all these quote-unquote celebrities and influencers to your red carpet events who don't give a shit about the action figures and the toys, and you're trying to take a franchise that a huge part of it is marketing with toys and action figures, and all of a sudden now you have made it so that you're trying to pull in a market that doesn't care. You're trying to pull in a market that isn't bringing you any money. You're trying to pull in a demographic of people that don't buy toys.
Not only not bringing you any money that don't buy toys, but then again, the frustration level gets to the point to where the people who were buying, the fan base, your market, if you will, starts to go away.
A lot of my friends right now are slowing down on how much they buy for a lot of reasons, but part of it is because of character selection.
Yeah, mostly.
I don't like the new media. Why don't they like the new media? Because it's watered down slop.
I mean, the real reason is Mr. Coffee.
The real reason is that Mr. Coffee,
influenced
and manipulated the entire Black Series community to buy imports and hate the Black Series.
Dude, I was a collector addict.
Yeah.
And
in recovery.
And Mr. Coffee's unborn soul made me find the direction in my life and stop collecting.
True.
Just because I didn't want slop. I wasn't settling for mid.
Wasn't settling for slop, settling for garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else?
I tried gardening.
I tried Sudoku.
Yeah.
Anything else you got to say on this topic?
No,
I'm good. All right, guys. Anything else you want to say in general?
not. I think we're good. I think we're good. Yeah,
I'm good too. All right, guys. With that, we hope you enjoyed this episode of the Blitzcast. Again,
and if you don't, we don't care. We don't care.
Make sure to check out all the links in the description below. Make sure to give Bly a shout out. You can talk to him in the Discord. And with that, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Blitzcast. We'll catch you for the next one, and may the Force be with you.
Breaking off. All units, fire at will. 1-2, pick your targets. Too many, Captain. Watch your stabilizer, Gold 6. Anybody cover me. I got 2 vultures on my tail. You've got to hold them here. Watch your left. I can't shake them. I'm hit. Where's our reinforcements?